that fucking like DeviantArt would probably take this down within a second. Like the funny thing is that she actually calls herself the girl this is for actually calls herself an anti-communist. So I'm gonna title the picture "This Machine Kills Commies." So yeah. I mean, I've been trying to learn about communism and stuff, but I gotta tell you, it's fucking hard. Every time I try to learn I know, right? But like every time I try to learn about fucking communism, it's like you either talk to people who think it's like the greatest, most wonderful thing ever, or people who think it's basically Nazism, and it's like, The funny thing is I remember once I was trying to look up communist anime as kind of a joke because Twitter was like absolutely giving into a bunch of fucking bullshit. And it's really weird because I kept finding all the Nazi and all the communist stuff was in the same category. I mean, and to me, that kind of makes sense because as I understand, they both killed a fucking assload of people, right? Am I correct in understanding this? Because I think I am. Oh boy, this entire discussion could actually get me fucking moisturized. All right, so this is going to be shady, but yeah. I mean, as far as I know, fucking communism and Nazism both killed like a fucking ton of people. So, like I've heard people argue that like technically communism might have actually killed more people. But I mean, you know what? I'm just saying. Anyway, so I always viewed Nazism and communism as very similar things. I actually introduced her to this song by the Ramones about called what was it? Kill a commie for mommy. It's basically a song about killing. There's like kill a commie for mommy, nuke a Nazi for Nancy, and there was one more. I can't remember what it was, but it's like the perfect example for being a very centrist song. Because people will be like, "Oh no, it talks about killing the people on my side." And it's like, fuck off. Anyway, it's like so like this one thing. I was just learning about a movie that was by like Francis Ford Coppola or something, and it was going to be about the Dalai Lama. And fucking one of the things I didn't know about communism was it was very communism is very anti-religious, and I'm like, oh, okay. Which explains why why so many Christians don't like it. So it's like, I mean, it makes sense, right? But oh fuck, come on. But no, basically they were going along and they were explaining that like what communist China did to Tibet, for instance, where the Dalai Lama lived. Basically, they like went through and they were like if you practice religion, like at all, they would fucking kill you. Like it was crazy. And like another thing that always interested me about communism was that that kind of made me realize how evil it was fucking the Nazis actually advertised themselves as communists. Because they weren't originally called the Nazi Party. They were originally called the Socialist Workers Party. Like how fucked up is that, right? They legitimately were trying to sell themselves as socialists. And everyone's like, oh, well, the Nazis weren't really socialists. It's like, no, they weren't really socialists. They fucking, were they? Were they actually socialists? Because, like, because like I said, the primary thing about Nazism versus communism is that communism's very anti-religion, and I don't know what Nazis feud for religion because, well, sorry, I'm not going to sit around and read that much about Nazis. So, you know, it's like, I mean, fucking seriously, like, I would actually consider Nazis as probably one of the first groups that ever I was like, oh, I fucking hate those guys. Alright. Huh. The Nazis were huh. I mean, I gotta tell you, fucking history is fascinating because I need to get off my fucking ass and like actually do some goddamn reading sometimes, you know. Oh, but I'll sell for looking up a YouTube video about it, you know. Cause I'm just dumb like that. But like the first place I ever really started learning about like specifically what how communism fails all the time is I started reading about Venezuela and like its economic problems, and it was just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, see, it's really sad because like communism on paper sounds really good, and it's like. But that's the thing. It's always on paper. It never fucking functions that way. It's like everyone needs to be equal. Everyone needs to love each other. Everyone needs to, you know, help each other out. But it's like it just never fucking ends up that way. That's why that fucking village from My Little Pony was like such a great example of it. You know, it's like. Fucking Sunset Shimmer was like a perfect example of a fucking communist leader. It's like, well, I mean, I know we have the rules set up for you, but you know, we need to protect you from, well, you. I need my power to be able to give you the happy life you want. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I am so bizarre. I'm so confused sometimes. Where it's like, yeah. Now whether he still practiced as an adult, I don't know. But it seems he was something like that. But the Nazis advertised themselves as socialists in such a way that it actually made a lot of people really like them. I mean, However, Nazism on paper, admittedly, isn't nearly as appealing as communism, because it's like, Nazism is like, you start reading it at its base elements, and you're kind of sitting there like, this is terrible. It's like, god damn, that Hitler guy is fucked up, you know? But it's like Stalin fucking killed just as many people, if not more, than Nazis. Now, I don't know what the actual numbers were, so, because I'm not claiming to be a history expert here. But it is my understanding that both of them were equally shit. It's like, but I find it so weird that we have T-shirt. People will buy T-shirts with Karl Marx's face on them, but like if someone so much as mentions Hitler, it's fucking. Which, don't get me wrong, I agree. You should not be doing so. It's just like a big fucking freak out, you know. Oh, God. Alright. Let's see, where are we at here? Oh. Almost at 2 hours, huh? Alright. Yeah. Oh, believe me. I mean, that's kind of the thing, is it's like they both suck. It's like, better red than dead. The only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. It's like, I 100% agree with both sides. But like who's the one getting their faces on T-shirts around here? It's like, let's not do that, And the amount of people, especially on Twitter, who openly broadcast themselves as fucking communists. Exactly. The only good communist is the same as a Nazi. Because they kind of are. And that's hilarious.